Very good afternoon to everyone present here. I think it's an honor to be here, especially in person after the 2 virtual editions in the last couple of years. The theme of the conclave from ESG from boardrooms to community, as well as theme of the session, I think very pertinent and timely, because this is something that is increasingly getting into the focus, not only from a company perspective, but also across the ecosystem. I represent Lubrizol. We're part of the Berkshire Hathaway group. And over the course of the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'll be taking you through some of the learnings and efforts that we've been doing in this endeavor. And I hope to address some of your questions as well as part of that. So as a specialty chemicals company, sustainability is actually very well ingrained in everything that we do. We believe that both from a production standpoint to the end products that we make and what they contribute to society needs to contribute to sustainability in some form or the other. We have 3 key mission statements: move cleaner, create smarter, and live better. And those actually act as our guiding lights and our principles in terms of moving forward in this journey. Lubrizol is 90 plus years. We are actually going to celebrate our centenary in 2028. And over the course of this time, we've always been agile enough to address some of the most the key challenges in the market at each point in time. I think sustainability has been our key focus throughout these years. And I'll take you through some of the examples that we've been working on in the recent past to showcase how we have contributed on that front. We align our efforts to 7 of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And if you look at our mission statement, that's also very well aligned and reinforces that. These are what we contribute directly. Apart from that, from an end product standpoint, we also touch upon various other UN Sustainable Development Goals. So we take a very holistic approach to sustainability. From that standpoint, what I mean is that not only focusing on reducing our footprint, but also doing a lot of positive handprint actions in terms of the products that we produce, because we feel that our chemistry is actually an enabler for the planet to live a better, a cleaner, and a healthier life. From a material topics in terms of the kind of initiatives that we take across the 3 pillars of ESG, we take multiple initiatives. I think the core focus here is to add value to not only our business, but the kind of communities, employees, and ensure that our planet, the products that we have and our solutions are actually contributing to a sustainable future. Now, we took a baseline in 2018. That's when we assessed it across our global plants as well as our product life cycle. And as you can see, largely Scope 3 contributes about 85% of our emissions. Comparatively, what I've seen, it's compared to the other industry where it's an average of 75%. This is on the higher side, given that we are a value-added producer. I know Scope 3 is a major challenge, as we've been discussing, and I'd love to hear about and discuss how some of the best practices that companies are taking in order to reduce that. Just a summary again of how when we assess this is the quantified, and what this has helped us is actually now develop certain robust action plans in order to address this. And I'm happy to share that we've been making good progress in terms of meeting some of those targets. So in terms of some of the key targets that we've taken, we've looked at it both from an emissions reduction standpoint, also looking at waste reduction, and at the same time looking at conserving certain key resources, especially water. And over the course of, there are targets from a centenary year standpoint as well as in the future, wherein we've set in both from a global standpoint and we have local targets as well. Now, I'll take you through a quick snapshot of some of our footprint actions, and these are global in nature. So ranging from our plants being powered 100% by renewable energy, we're also looking at efficient use of waste coming out and how that can be channeled into more effective usages, conserving resources like water, like I mentioned, and also looking at renewable sources or consciously ensuring that the kind of energy mixes that we choose are actually going to contribute to sustainability. While these are all global and we have plants spread across a vast number of countries, We also have local chapters in terms of sustainability business resource groups. So I think we were discussing how some of these learnings can be cross-pollinated among the industry. What we do right now is have these local business groups and at least share those learnings from a global to a local basis. I'm sure if we can have more of a broader industry collaboration, we can spread these learnings even further. From a handprint action, I'd like to take you through some of the products and solutions that, again, from a diverse business group standpoint. I'll start off with energy efficient home care. So some of our polymers go in laundry detergents, and for this, we've actually, on an annual basis, helped save more than 1 million gallons of water. At the same time, these laundry detergents help, washing with cold water, and that leads to lesser energy consumption as well, which again contributes to equivalent savings in terms of carbon emissions. For the paints and coatings industry, we've innovated in terms of water-based coatings, which is actually leading to a 90% reduction in VOC, at the same time meeting the corrosion resistance and the rust conversion properties. So this is again an innovation wherein we have delivered on the sustainability front. For diesel engines, we have our additives division. So this actually helps in overall leading to a higher usage of higher miles delivered per gallon. And that's again quantified in terms of the net carbon emissions that we can save. We have a recyclable TPU shoe. This is a very recent innovation. This is quite a classic example wherein we have a high performance material wherein we're using, and it's quite customizable, but at the same time we've managed to use lesser material and reduce on the waste in terms of manufacturing. This is something again we are keen on as we move towards a circular economy. In terms of heavy-duty trucks, this is very common again in the Western economies. So here we help in reducing the number of, increasing the total time spent in between oil changes, and that helps trucks run more efficiently, which again contributes to equivalent savings in terms of carbon emissions. Now, while we do this in terms of products and we quantify this, we also look at external validation. So for example, in the TempRite group, which makes CPVC, we've consciously seen how our fire sprinklers made out of CPVC are actually having a much lower environmental footprint compared to incumbent steel materials. We've also achieved a lot of certifications in both from a global and an Indian standpoint from the likes of Griha and Asocham, etc. My colleague Manish is in the audience, and he's in fact leading some of these efforts from a life cycle analysis standpoint. So we'll be happy to share some of those learnings as well on the sidelines. So these are a few examples that come to mind. We keep innovating across our business groups, and a few more innovations that have come up recently are, for instance, immersion cooling for data centers. Data centers is again picking up a lot, and India is seen to be an upcoming hub in this entire, at least in the South Asian market. So that's something which is a recent innovation over the last year or so. We are also looking at energy efficient separation solutions. And as and when a new industry challenge comes up, we look at trying to contribute towards it from a sustainability standpoint. When I look at the future, some of the key issues that we are looking at are in terms of governance. So here, two key things that we're looking at is ensuring that suppliers are sustainable. So we are encouraging suppliers to look at EcoVadis assessments to complete them by 2028. At the same time, we also want to ensure that supplier ethics are paramount for us. So we want to ensure that we complete annual performance reviews with our suppliers, and we work with the best of suppliers to ensure that they are ethical and our products also are then meeting the standards of the industry. So just to wrap up, I think in the future, the way we look at, there are 5 key imperatives. We're looking at strengthening our product handprint. We're reducing our carbon footprint, looking at more efficient and transparent data systems, looking at policies and interventions that can help the entire sustainability movement in the industry, and ensuring that we can actually have a positive reputation both for ourselves as well as our employees and the broader community. I think with this focused effort, I'm confident that in the years to come, I'll be able to share more such examples and success stories with all of you. And with that, I'd like to again congratulate ICC for having this conclave in quite a consistent manner. And I wish that all of you have interesting conversations in the next couple of days. Thank you.